Hello student, in this lecture we have to discuss about the robot programming. In detail of robot programming, we have to study about type of robot programming, method of robot programming, lead through programming and coordinate system. First one is what is meant by robot programming. Robot programming is defining of desired motion so that robot may perform them without human interface. Means robot should be perform the desired motion or desired task without the human interface. Identify and specify the robot configuration, that is the pose of end effector sensor with respect to the base of the frame. In this robot programming, there are the four types of programming. First one is manual method, second one is walk-through method, third one is lead-through method, and last one is offline programming. Type of robot programming: joint level programming, robot level programming, and third one is high level programming. In joint level programming, basic action are position of the individual joints of robotic arm. Means in that programming, robotic arm is a consist of a main part of that program. In that the joints are angles. Joint angle are considered in case of rotational joint and linear position in case of linear joint. Second one is robot level programming. The basic action are position and orientation of sensor and frame part of the program. In this robot level programming consists of sensor and base frame of that robot. It's a main part of that robotic programming. Third one is high level programming. High level programming is divided into two types. First one is object level programming, third one is task level programming. Object level programming: basic action are operations to be performed on a part and relationship that must be established between the parts. Mean that, for example, pick a part A by side A1 and A3. Move a part A to location 2. Pick a part B from site B1 and B3. Put a part B on the top of the A. It means that here in a programming, part and part dimension and part size is a main part of that programming. Means the object size, object shape and object movement is a main part of that programming. It's called object level programming. Second one is task level programming. Basic action is specified by program or completed the task or subtask. Means first one is paint a car body red, and second one is assemble the gearbox. Means in that programming, task is a main part. In last programming, object is a main part. That's why it's called object level programming. This this programming, task is a main part. That's why it's called task level programming. Robot programming typically performed using one of the following. Means any one of the following method is used for the robot programming. First one is online method, second one is offline method. In online method, teach pendant, lead through programming. Offline method, robot programming language or task level programming. Robot programming method: offline method, online method and combined programming method. Offline method, where a program write a program using text based on robot programming language, does not need to access the robot until the final testing and implementation. Means in offline programming there is a no robot access up to the finish of that program and implementation of the program. In online programming, use the robot to generate the program, teaching and guiding the robot through the sequence of motion that can be executed repeatedly. Means in online programming, robot itself generate the program by teaching that robot and guiding that robot. In third one, combination of programming. Optane programming is a combination of online and offline. Online to teach a location in the space, offline to define the task sequence of operations. Use of the teach pedant. Handheld device with the switches used to control the robot motion. Endpoints are recorded in controller memory, sequentially play back to execute robot action. Traje- Trajectory determination by robot controller. And last one is suit the point to point control application. In means the use of that teach pendant. This is used for the teach the robot how to control that task, how to do that task, and how to record that task. Lead through programming. Lead the robot physically through the required sequence of motion. Trajectory and endpoints are recorded using the sampling routing, which records a point at 60 to 80 times in a second. When playback results in a smooth condition motion. Large memory is required. Means lead through programming. In the lead through programming, the robot is physically go through that the sequence of motion. Trajectory and endpoints are recorded in robot memory. In this type of programming, large memory is required for the saving of that all endpoints and line through the trajectory lines. Online and lead through programming. What are the advantages and what are the disadvantages? Advantages of online programming: it is easy and no special programming skill or training is required for that programming, because at here online programming robot itself do that motion, go through the point to point and record that points and save in the memory, and again you can do the same task by robot. But there are so many disadvantages of online programming. First one is not practical for large and heavy robots, because every time large and heavy robot is not move to that part and it is difficult to movement of that part. Second one is high accuracy and straight line movements are difficult to achieve. Third one is difficult to edit an unwanted operator move. Means here if robot is moving unwanted operation, then you cannot change that operation. You cannot edit or delete that operation. It is difficult to incorporate with external sensor data. Means that robot is not access the external sensor data. It means some path is consist of emergency stoppage, but the robot cannot be access that data on it happen the accident in that case. That's why online programming or lead through programming are more disadvantage than offline programming. Online programming required to access to the robot. Program exists only the memory of the robot control system. Easy to use, no special programming skill is required. Useful programming of robot, wide range and respect to task, and it's a rapid programming. Offline programming. Program can be developed without the needing of use of robot. Sequence of operation and robot movements can be optimized and easily to improve. Previously developed and tested procedure and subordinates can be used. External sensor data can be incorporated through this typical programming method. Existing CAD data also incorporate with the dimension of that part, geometry relationship between them. Program can be tested, evaluated using the simulation techniques. Program can more easily to maintain and modify. Program are more easily properly documented and recommended. in this, offline programming is most used for the many robot, because one program is developed, then you can use that program for many robots. Okay, then next one is external sensor data is accessed in that program, and it is a modify frequently by using that sensor data. Existing CAD model also incorporate with this program. That's why offline programming is most useful than the online programming. Next one is, what is the coordinate system? There are the two coordinate system. First one is world coordinate system, and second one is tool coordinate system. World coordinate system means what are the coordinate system used by the robot itself, and second one is tool coordinate system, means what are the coordinate system of end part of that robot, means end part of that arm. It's a tool coordinate system. There are the two types of robot coordinate system. Configuration of robot: any particular position and orientation of arm in a space, and so any particular set of joints value is called configuration of that robotic arm. Means configuration of robotic arm is defined by the axis of robotic arm and what are the how many arm are connected to that robot. This figure it shows the configuration of robot. In that red line are indicate the different axes of that robot. Thank you so much all the students. In next lecture you have to study the what are the exact programming language of the robot, that language structure, introduction of various types of programming language such as the RHEL and VAL second. Thank you.